Hey number ones, I hope you're well and welcome to your self-care reading for the week ahead. Let's jump right into your reading for what you can consider doing for self-care. So number ones, we start off your reading with move, intuitive movement, dance. Essence number 3, which is all about self-expression and creativity. And I love to link the 3 energy to body, right? Connecting with your body, moving from your mind to your body, right? And move can encompass so many different things this week. So maybe you're just needing to open up, maybe you're needing to express yourself through a form of movement, right? So that could be through exercise, doing a workout, going for a jog, going for a nice walk, going for a swim. Could be doing some stretches, something like yoga, Pilates. It could also be doing something quite intuitive. It could be getting creative with dance as well. Sometimes we just need to connect a little bit more to ourselves. Sometimes we need to connect to that kind of feminine energy, that nurturing side of us, that creative energy and that creative side of us. And sometimes through movement, through dance, that can really help us connect with ourselves and get to know ourselves as part of self-care, which I think is really, really important, okay? So as part of self-care this week, consider adding in some movement, right, as part of your self-care routine. Consider getting a little bit more connected with your body, getting a little bit more creative, opening up and expressing yourself through a creative outlet, through dance, through doing something quite intuitive, okay, kind of trusting yourself. Now let's go to your second card. We have here express yourself, essence number 3, all about self-expression and creativity, as I mentioned. So definitely a feeling number 1's coming through of needing to express yourself as part of self-care this week, needing to open up. Now there are many ways in which you can open up and express yourself: through going to therapy, going to counseling. It could be grabbing yourself a journal and doing some shadow work. It could be finding a pillow and screaming into it. It could be crying out. It could be really letting go of your emotions this week and really opening up and kind of being vulnerable with yourself, allowing yourself to kind of create a sacred space for yourself to just say, do you know what, I'm not feeling great, do you know what, I'm really struggling, or do you know what, life is amazing right now and I want to express it. I want to express it through a creative outlet, painting, dancing, singing, okay? So consider thinking about, ways in which you can express yourself. Are you needing to express yourself? Do you feel like you really need to open up a little bit more? Maybe you're needing to tune into your creative side, okay? Now let's go to your third card. We have here plan, essence number 4, which is all about foundations and stability, which is really lovely. It's also about organization. It also evokes calmness and it's about simplicity. So I adore this card, plan. I think it is so practical as part of self-care. Often we can get ourselves into a bit of a rut. Sometimes we don't feel like we know what's going on. We don't know what's happening. And when we plan, we kind of become a lot more efficient. We reduce that anxiety. We don't feel as stressed. We know what's happening. We know what we're doing. So this week is part of self-care number 1. So I encourage you to go ahead and plan and think about what it is that you need. Kind of goes really nicely with your first 2 cards, this idea of that 3 energy coming through with communicating and opening up and expressing yourself. What is it that you need? How can you get more efficient in your week this week? How can you get more efficient when it comes to self-care? Do you want to plan for yourself a little date night? Do you want to plan what you're eating, what you're wearing, what you're going to be doing this week in order just to reduce that anxiety, right? You know where you're going. When we plan, it brings in order, right? It brings in stability. And sometimes that's just what we're craving. That's just what we need, right? And sometimes when we do want to express out and we do want to cry out and we do want to open up, sometimes we just need a really stable environment. And maybe for you this week, planning will help you bring in that stability as you allow yourself to be vulnerable. So really nice idea coming through of being vulnerable this week. Number 1 is part of self-care, opening up to yourself, maybe even opening up to other people, to loved ones, to people that you trust, okay? So if we were to add this up, number 1s, we would have a 1 energy. We've got the 3 plus 3, which is 6, 6 plus 4, which is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. Essence number 1 is all about new beginnings, positivity and initiative, and I really like that. I really just encourage you to go ahead and bring in that positive energy and to start learning how to trust yourself, to be willing to trust yourself as you go into your intuitive practices, as you connect with your body and you're opening up how it is that you're feeling. Go ahead and trust yourself. But also at the same time with that 3 energy, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. Maybe for you that is a new beginning. Maybe for you that is not something that you always do. So bringing in that 1 energy, this idea of bringing in new things. Where do you stand when it comes to be vulnerable? Do you need a little bit of more support? Do you need some structure? How can you do that through planning? Okay, so a really lovely read, number 1s. I really hope that it resonated. And of course, I very much look forward to seeing you in the next one. But for now, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week ahead filled with lots and lots of self-care. Take care of yourselves. Bye.